Eddie was so into working in the shop. I mean, imagine, you haven't really been an active scout in maybe decades. I'm sure it feels good for them to be busy again.
Deborah was super into it. April switched calves. She has like 1,000,000 badges she wants to do, which is obviously the perfect number.
Mal shrugged. I mean, Claudia was appreciative. Maybe it's just overwhelming to suddenly have a bunch of choices.
Ooh! April looked up. That reminds me, I'm a subject away from finishing my library pin.
All right, Scouts, Vanessa hollered, bouncing in her bright red sneakers, her hair spikes glinting in the sun. I want to see less chatting, more skipping. Joe passed 2 handles of the ropes to Mal and walked a few feet away. Does it seem odd to you? Claudia's plan as a plan. I mean, stealing socks so we could come to Daedalus and help them get badges? Like, if that was her plan, wouldn't she be super excited to get a badge? You know?
I don't know,
April considered, stepping into the ropes.
Some plans are a little weird.
Some of April's plans had been a little weird. April was completely willing to defend 99% of her plans. It just seems... Joe paused. Odd. Not odd. Indirect. Mal shrugged. Maybe that's just how ghosts work. More turning, less talking, Vanessa hollered. Joe and Mal, on separate ends of the ropes, started turning them in time. Aretha Franklin, Doris Day, G. Willow Wilson, Beyonce, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Coretta Scott King, Edith Windsor, Carol Pope sing. After an hour of double dutch, Mal, Joe, and April were double flattened and lying out on the grass to catch their breath.
Idea!
April's arm shot up.
What if I do my last section of my library pin on Lumberjane history? Then maybe I could find out more about Daedalus.
That's a good idea, Joe said, still too tired to move. We could use some more information. Also, maybe some calories. Maybe we need chocolate. Very good idea, Mal added. April, whose energy came from some distant magical source, bounced up from the ground.
Don't want to skip out on you, but...
Joe groaned.
I want to get started, April continued. Someone check on Ripley?
Molly said she would, Joe said. And with a distant zipping sound, April was off. Speaking of, where is Molly? Joe asked. She said she's reading, but I think she's doing the math homework her mom sent. Mal said, staring at the cloud that looked a little Molly-shaped. She doesn't talk about it, but I know that stuff makes her real sad. Joe nodded, knowing that stuff from home can be an unwelcome interruption to lumber fun. Not that Joe would call it lumber fun out loud. It's one thing to send someone a nice physics equation. It's another to send actual homework. Mal rolled over on the grass so the blades tickled her chin. Yeah, yesterday Claudia was asking stuff about New York, and I could see it bummed Molly out. Joe rolled over and looked at Mal. What did Claudia want to know about New York? Oh, Mal grabbed a blade of grass and squished it between her fingers. I don't know. She asked us not to tell Daedalus, though. Really? Joe sat up. That's weird. Mal sat up. You know what? You're right. I think I am. Joe squinted at a cloud that looked a little like an octahedron. Mal pushed herself up to a stand. We need to find something else to do with Claudia so we don't talk about New York. If we can avoid talking about stuff that upsets Molly, she won't be upset. And maybe she can forget the totally uncool package her mom sent. Okay, Joe said.